All right. What's going on, everybody? It's been a minute since we've done one of these catalog and hobby hangouts. Um, but I'm just ready to chill and relax. I need to get some, like a lint roller. I wonder if that would pick up some of this. A lot of, like, I don't know what people have called it, like, basically the debris from cards and stuff like that. And then obviously dust, which I hate dusting a lot. So we're going to be doing a bunch of different stuff today, just cataloging because I'm very behind because I've been very busy with a lot. But we're definitely going to catalog some Bowman U Chrome because I've ripped a decent amount of that and it's just chilling. I believe I should be able to catalog it. Pretty sure I may have done some already. Hope I need to log in. If I can remember my stuff. Let's see if this is right. It was. I'm like, we'll see. Hey, buddy. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing Bowman U Chrome first because I believe that should be in here. I believe we put some in here already. Let's see. Let's see what the last stuff we added in here was. That's absolute. Maybe I didn't, but I feel like I definitely show you password. I mean, I don't really even know what you would be able to do with it. You know, like if you get into here, what are you gonna do? You can delete cards from my stuff. I guess that would suck. I mean, this is a lot of time that I put into this. I don't remember if I put any of these in yet. Like I know we've opened a decent amount of blasters and stuff yet. Already. I don't know if we put those in or if this was just me checking prices for stuff. So yeah, it would suck for people to delete all my passwords. Yeah, or delete all my cards. That'd be awful. But whoops. All right, open. You guys should be able to see, right? Yeah. Okay. It's been a minute, so I'm just checking. So yeah, we did put some in already. We put 51 in. So that was probably what, two blasters? Excuse me. I don't remember how many were in the blasters. I think that was probably like two blasters, maybe three. I know that I could never put the pinks in. I don't know if they're in there now, but for whatever reason, the pinks, the retail exclusive, was not populating at all. So um, maybe that's in there now. Maybe I can put those in. But all right, let's get into it. Obviously, we have these are sapphire, which we will see real quick. I don't know if I highly doubt Sapphire's in here. Sapphire Selections is in here already. I love how Sapphire Selections is in here, which is nice because that's what this DJ is. Um, but I don't really understand why that one got like uploaded and the rest didn't. I mean, so we should be able to at least put this one in. He was SAS 3, and then we got the black. So these haven't populated. So right here, you can see that it's a 101 for the Superfractor, but it hasn't populated for the rest of these. If ours is indeed a black, maybe it's considered some type of other black. I'd have to go back and look at that checklist that you sent me, Cam, but I'm not worried about it right now. I'm not gonna mess with the Sapphire yet, probably because at this point, I know that even just the base aren't in here yet, so I'm not trying to kind of have half of it done and the rest not. So we will just work on our normal ones that we had because we had a couple other blasters that we had opened, and then um, maybe the pinks are in here now because those are all right here. I think these are like all the pinks because they weren't processing, if I'm not mistaken, unless I put them somewhere else too. I got cards everywhere. So all right, so we're just gonna get going here. And yeah, just gonna chill, kind of decompress. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and take the variance out because at the moment I'm just doing base. Also doesn't have the odds yet. I thought you had the odds. Or was that not for the Sapphire? Because you had sent me another one that was odds, I thought. Apparently I pulled him already. Let me run through these actually and make sure none of them are refractors. I don't think they are. But... Oh, got you, got you. Which makes sense. I mean, it should correlate to an extent. I know. Well, that was like when you sent me the thing. Yeah, it had Sapphire like randomly in it. Okay, those ones, these are all base. And then these ones, that's just a base as well, but it's page. These are pink. That's another base. That's another base. Pink. That is the only refractor I think we got there. All right. Yeah, I remember having Sapphire on it for that like one spot. I'm like, okay. So he was just base. Nothing crazy there. Let's just flip these over. It makes it a lot easier. Then I can see numbers. We can just type in quicker. Yeah. I I hate when that happens when I fix something and it just keeps being incorrect. So I went there real quick to see if that was accurate. It was telling me that it's $2 ungraded, but there's no sales to show that. No, I don't know why this system does that sometimes. Um, so, because I didn't make the system, so I have no idea. So I just always check my work. I just check my work. Because if it is got, a raw value of something, um, excuse me. If it does have a raw value, I typically set it aside, because then I can potentially get rid of it if it's not somebody I want personally. Yeah. So I'm not sure why it said $3 on the last screen. It went down, it's saying, but the product just came out, so I don't know about all that. Always verify your work. Did you get your Sapphire today? Like I know we've been talking about it, but like I don't feel like you actually said yes, I got it. Maybe you did, and I just didn't remember because I was at work and my mind's always so many different places. This is one of the cards we really liked. We just liked the shot, it was a good portrait. I think I got him in a base of the Sapphire, right? It says on the truck. Oh, that's right. You said that this morning. You were like, it's on the truck. It says it's going to be here, blah, blah, blah. But it said that yesterday, you said. I remember now. My memory sucks, man. So I apologize if you ever say something and I'm like asking you again and you're like, dude, I fucking told you. I do apologize. I get overwhelmed very easily and I feel like I'm constantly go, go, go. So I have to do it in a new tab because if not, then I feel like when I back up, it's gonna like delete what progress I did, even though it doesn't. I just mentally, it's what my mind thinks. Wonder if we're gonna I'll have to see once we're done putting all these in and stuff. Like if we have the, I highly doubt we would, but if we have the full base set, because we did rip quite a bit. Honestly, this was a rip that I didn't plan to do because I don't watch college basketball, but I like the look of the cards a lot. And they're reasonably priced for retail. And then there was the hunt for Caitlin Clark, which was my main thing. Obviously, if I pulled a Bronny, sure, that's great because then I can just sell it and then buy Caitlin Clark. Um, but so we ripped a decent amount of this, more than I would have expected. And then the Sapphire came out, and I said I have to have it because I really have been enjoying Bowman Chrome, Bowman U Chrome, and then I just think Sapphire looks awesome, and I'd never ripped any. So I was like, well, now's the time. Good thing I did because we got some pretty good stuff out of that. We definitely paid for our box. The funny thing is the one of or the 5 of 10 DJ Wagner will most likely pay for the box and then some. And the 1 of 1 obviously will be a decent amount, but it's not like a huge player. So the 1 of 1 is gonna, bring a decent amount of money, but it's not gonna be enough to pay for the box. But the DJ Wagner to 10 is gonna easily pay for the box. So that just goes to show you that unfortunately, if it may be a low number card, that doesn't mean it's gonna have a crazy amount of value attached to it based on who it is. And I've tried to comp that 1 of 1, and obviously it's really hard to comp a 1 of 1. But like even trying to compare sales from that player's other cards, there's not just a lot of movement on his cards in general, so it's even harder for me to try to comp it. Well, and then like it's also so early is what we were talking about is like so Sapphire just released, and so like it's kind of hard for me to try to comp Sapphire cards because there's not even a lot that's sold yet. So like we found that one, what was it, to like 15, I think, for that player that I got the 1 of 1 of. So that was like, okay, well this is kind of nice. I don't know if it was 15. That sounds wrong, but we found that one card. And we're like, well, this will give us somewhat of a base. But the problem is it's not Sapphire, and Sapphire tends to be, from what I know, a little bit more of the premium product when it comes to the Bowman U stuff. It's maybe a little more sought after. Hey, here we go. We got one that's saying, yeah, it's 15 does sound right, but then like also I'm like, is there out of 15s? I think that's where I'm getting like maybe. Is my camera like it's not focusing at all? Let me see if it's because maybe if I pull the light a little bit closer, because like it is not looking good for y'all. Like it looks bad. I guess I could turn my room light on. Is that gonna help? Yeah, it was $15. I remember that. It was more like what was that? What was the numbering on it? What was the numbering on it? Why is this not focusing? Like why? Be better, camera. I hate cameras. I hate cameras. I hate lighting. It's exhausting, all of it. Out of 5, that's right. That makes more sense because I'm like, I don't feel like out of 15 is a serial. Like I don't think that's something that anyone's ever done. So yeah, it was out of 5, and so obviously your value changes when it's the 1 of 1. But also it wasn't Sapphire, so it's like there's a couple variables there that was like, I don't even know if I just added this or not. So see, like this is another one. So like it's definitely, this one's a pink. That's selling for $1, so it's not even something that's really worth. I'll sleeve it. Um, but see, like I don't understand where this gets its data because it's saying there's a sale, but there's no sale information, and this product's so brand new, the eBay information would not be gone yet because at a point, eBay listings fall off. I think it's like after like 3 months plus, and this still sees the data, the sale data, but it doesn't allow you to like go check that listing out because eBay doesn't hold them anymore. So I'm not sure where it's like grabbing this random ass number scheme from. And this happens a lot though with the new cards when it comes to this site that I use. But so this will just continue to be base. Also, while we're doing this, Cam, I'm gonna go ahead and add one more. I would assume. Here's how we do this. Actually, add this real quick, and then I run over here, and I see if yeah, see, it would be he would be the top guy if it was the last one we added, but since it was one that was previously there, okay. So I did do the right thing. But anyways, we need to look for Reed. Wasn't that his name? Reed. I wrote down. I put it in my notes. The one we're looking for Cozy. I mean, I feel like we would have noticed by now, but like I've yet to see this in any of our rips. Your rips, my rips, Norse's rips. Like no one has found this dude, and I'm starting to question if he's even on the checklist. Even though I think Cozy said he was. But I'm like, is this like just a crazy? Is he got like a short print variation photo? Is that the only way you can get him or something? I know I pulled a decent amount of Michaela Williams and Angel because I've always put them to the side. Which Angel is actually the Michaela Williams. I thought was the name that sounded more familiar, but it's actually Angel Reese that's the one that's got decent sales from what I remember when I've searched a little bit here. Yeah, see, like she's, which this is another one that I guarantee you there's not PSA data yet. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. See, 0, 0, 0, 0. But she does have base sales. Um, they're all like $1, $2 though. This one says 8, but it's looking like it's a bunch of other something. I don't know, maybe 10 of them. Yeah, but actually, now that I think about it, didn't you look that guy up in your little system you got? And I think you said he's in there. So I'm like, where is he though? This one maybe has some data. Nope. I was gonna say it is still too early. She's definitely selling, at $2 as an average. That makes sense to me. I can't believe I never pulled the page. You pulled the page like crazy. Not me. So that's our first like raw value is what I would do. Anything that's like $2, $3 and higher, that's raw value to me. All right, so now we've got our 2007s, which are easily Cam's favorite. It's not even a question. All right, Paco. 07. Whoops. B5. All right, buddy. I figured you're busy. Nothing there. And then I'll wait a second here to slide these under. And this one's a play. This is a different one. This was what is that? Prodigal Playmakers. That one was. I like the Prodigal Playmakers a lot more than the 07s. I mean, I know Cam hates the 07s with a passion, but personally, I don't like hate them. I don't think they look great, but this card's superior for sure. That's about a $2 card, so we'll go ahead and. This was also one that I already had, apparently. Go ahead and put this one in the raw value. All right, so to my knowledge, not an awful player to pull, Solomon Ball, and that's who we pulled in our to 99 out of Sapphire as well. I really wish my camera would focus. Like, it's driving me nuts a lot. I wonder if I can like mess with it here. Let's see. Configure video because I hate it. It should be on like autofocus though. It's not. That's probably why. Yeah. Why it wasn't on autofocus, I don't know. So I apologize, guys, that you have been sitting here for 20 minutes with shitty looking quality. It should have been on autofocus. I've never changed it to my knowledge, so don't really understand what's going on there. But anyways, I've had people reach out already, like wanting to get this card, or the 99 card. So, I mean, he's clearly a little bit more known from UConn, right? UConn's always had a pretty good basketball team, at least when I was in college. So I'd assume that decent player. All right, so this one is just the, what do they call theirs? Refractors, right? Yeah, because it's tops. So this should just be the refractor, which this drives me crazy too. I don't know why it's doing this website though, right now. This was doing it before when I put the other ones in. So somebody, for some reason, like uploaded a picture of the pink retail version as the refractor, which is not the case. So it drives me kind of crazy to put this in because it's not the right picture. I can't report the picture, I don't think, though. Yeah, see, I can't. I wish somebody wouldn't have done that. They did it for a bunch of them, too. You know, if there's a value that's incorrect, like it's, which I should have done on that one, where it's like picking up a pink, like it says it in a tagline, like this was a pink retail exclusive version, you can report it so that, you know, if it's under the wrong one. And I've done that plenty of times. So, all right, well, that one's saying it's just a base for the moment. Maybe the only reason that somebody was reaching out is because it was to the 99. And they're just, I think they were just a collector. So it was the green shimmer. No, that was in our sapphire, so we don't have that one. That's right. All right, so then these are all just pinks, and like I said, I don't think it's not showing pink yet, which I hate. I hate not being able to put these in. It drives me crazy. Let's see here. Any of these like a more known player that I would know? No. So like, yeah, these are just going to be more that just go to the side, and I'm gonna have to. I have like a pile of cards. It's actually a whole box at this point. That are ones. They're just like all ones that won't process in some way, and like right now they're just a bunch of pinks because for whatever reason they're not in the system yet. All right, what do we want to do next? What are we gonna do here? All right, we're gonna be doing a lot of different cards today. A lot of pickups, you know, from eBay that I've gotten, like singles and stuff, and then just so much, bunch of different stuff here. All right, so we're gonna take these, put these back here. My new monster boxes I just got restocked on. I've needed some new ones because the other ones are full. All right, we'll go through these real quick. These are from a break I did because I did not buy any Phoenix myself since you can only get in Hobby, and I'm a retail ripper. I just can't afford Hobby. I mean, I could, but the problem is I like to buy a decent amount. Like I want to rip a lot. You know, I don't want to just rip one thing. So it's hard for me to, you know, commit $100 for one thing instead of being able to buy like 4 blasters. I'm more apt to do that. So um, I got this through a break because it was a little cheaper because I just bought the Bengals. Um, so Panini. See if this is in here. It might not be. It's so new, but it's been out for a little bit now. There it is. It is here, so that's kind of nice. We should only have, yeah, these two are inserts. Everything else is just base. We got 2 rookies, which we did get Chase Brown. Super happy about that because I really like him. Collect him. Mm-hmm. All right, so 133. And then it should just be a base, right? I don't know if they do a. I'm sure they do a silver or something because these ones both look that way. They might just be that way because they're inserts. All right, so Chase Brown. And we should just be the base one right here. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to obviously just be PC, which is fine. Okay. And then let's do Jordan Battle, 189. Any Bengals are PC. I do obviously have some players that are more PC. Burrow, T. Higgins, which I'm terrified is not going to be a Bengal next year. I like the way Joe talked at the one press conference right after the season, like their season, just seemed, like they were gonna do what they could to keep T, and like he wanted to be there, and they wanted him to be there. But then I see all this stuff saying that it's not sure that he's gonna be there. Like I've been seeing stuff lately, whether that's just clickbaity um, stuff, articles, I don't know, but it hasn't happened yet. So to me, it's like might not, since it hasn't happened. But beautiful card here. Super excited when I saw that this is one that I pulled because, like I said, T's my guy. He is my 100% dude from the Bengals. So for me to pull a T Higgins, especially if he might not be around much longer, super excited about that. Now, since I'm not familiar with Phoenix, I don't know what all variants there are here. This does have a silver to it. Now, whether this, like I said, a lot of times, yeah, I don't think it matters. It's a silver seismic. I'm doubting that's what this is. Here's what we need to do. Let's go back real quick. And let's find, we'll go to Sam Laporta. He's HR12. He's somebody that's probably sold a lot. So, see, he's going to have a lot more pictures. This way we can just kind of verify things. I want to see, yeah. So the base card just looks like this. At least that's what it's showing here. I usually will just, if I don't know, I just pop into a couple of the listings, and it is. That's exactly how ours looks. So ours is just a base, which is fine. I just want to verify before I put something in or was unsure. So. I wish my desk was bigger. All right, so the flamethrowers, Joe Burrow is going to be definitely a little bit of my money in this for sure. Because the rest were pretty basey. I don't know how hard it is to get a flamethrower. And obviously this is just a base one, but Joey B. Joey B. Be Joey B. Okay. Saying it's $6. Probably. Nope. See, it's not even got data. Whatever. Probably pretty fair though. I'd say it's probably a $5 card. All right. Don't think I shouldn't have any more Phoenix. Now we're gonna move on to Select Wrestling. Big. I got a bunch of Roxanne here because I love Roxanne. She's somebody that I'm collecting. So, bunch of Roxanne. Got one LA Knight there because I'm collecting him as well. So, we'll move over. Yeah, some wrestling time. Move over to some of these real quick. I love this LA Knight one. It's so sick because it's got his face back there in the back. Like, that's just a sick photo. You know, that's just good. 2023. It's so funny. I've never pulled him ever. Not even in a base card, which is kind of crazy to me. This should be a snapshot, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's kind of wild to me that I've never pulled him even as a base. And I've ripped a lot of select. You know, you guys have been here. You've seen me. Anytime I can find it, I pick it up. I don't care. You know, it's something I'll never leave on a shelf. Yep, it was a snapshot. So it should just be the silver. Yeah, it should be the silver. So this one's got some value to it. Wow, somebody got the flash prism recently for 99 cents. I wish that was me. I think I paid like 10 for this. I don't remember. Let's see. I should probably do this. When I can, I should probably put in how much I buy things for. I tend to do it when it's like singles like this, so let me run to my eBay real quick and see what I paid for this. $9.50. So a little bit over the average, but there's definitely been some higher sales here. But let's see here. Item details. That's not my item details. Let's see. I paid $9.50 for it. But it's kind of nice because the whole point of this is to track. So I like to put that in when I can. And obviously with a break or something, I've thought about it. I could technically do it with a break and be like, here's how much I paid, here's how many cards I got, divide that by that, and then I get a base for each each card technically. But I'm not doing all that. I could, but I'm not going to. All right, let's move some of these out of the way now that we got some cards to put up here. So it's saying that it's got a 55 for PSA 10. That's not accurate, so I'm not even gonna put it up there because it doesn't have any sales data. Stupid. I hate when it does that. But it is what it is. All right. Do some more select here. This should all be select for this, and then we'll do the prism and the revolutions. All right, so let's do the and new first because it's the only one of that I have. And this should be the red wave. This one, all these Roxannes I got in a lot. So let's see how much this lot cost me. It was like 20. Because it was in Canadian. I don't know what that was. So like that, for instance, I'm not gonna try to figure out like what it would be. All right, so this is a red wave, which should be from Tmall, maybe, right? If I'm not mistaken. Ungraded says that it sold for $25. So if that's the case, if somebody did buy that for $25, I mean, it's saying it, so it is true, and it is the red wave prism. We did very well in this lot because I think I paid like $40 Canadian, which equates to like $30 or something, 30 something dollars, I think, US. So we did very well because this card alone kind of does all the lifting for us. So I don't even know what you would put there. Here, should we put it in here? Doesn't really matter because they're all PC cards, so they're going to go in a different pile later anyways. Because like this stuff matters when I put it in these boxes, but when I put it in my PC, I have a separate like box for that, and it's not sorted in any manner because it doesn't matter. They're PC cards. To me, it doesn't matter. All right, so we'll just move into select now, because I think these are all just select, right? Like there's no inserts. Yeah, they're all just select. Now, granted, they may be different years of select, 23, 23, 23, 23, 23. So no, it's just an image variation because she's obviously got some different images going on here. So this one is just concourse, I think. Yeah. And then this one's premiere level, so I guess that's why. All right, so moving on. $85. And this one, once again, will be a red wave. Need to adjust this so that it's alphabetical. So much easier to find stuff. All right, red wave. Selling for like $750. Okay. And then actually I should have kept that up and I could have just adjusted here, but it's okay. All right, so this should be our silver on the premier level. This one's about a $2 card. It's saying that it has PSA value, but it is incorrect. Okay, so we'll just keep this one open, and then I'll just run back here to this one, and we'll pop open the other one, which is this guy. So 85, and that way we can just bounce between them when we get to those cards. All right, so this one's a silver as well, which is about $1.74. Okay, this one is another red wave, which doesn't have any data. Since we got this one open, we'll go ahead and just move over to this one. This is a blue wave. I'm not sure where you get blue wave out of. It says it's out of 199, which is incorrect. Oh, this one's blue's out of 199. Sorry. So the blue wave is out of 99. I don't know where you get blue wave from. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the red waves are Tmall. About $5. Yeah, it's pretty consistently $5. Okay. Just move this one over here, and then we're gonna move. Also hate though that it's got the wrong picture. Unless I did the wrong one. No. Yeah, it's just got the wrong picture. Once again, this is the 85 picture. This is not the 166 picture. But I can't do anything about that. All right, moving on back to the 85 here. And this is just the silver. Did I already have a silver? Or did I put it in the wrong one? Maybe I just pulled one already. Nope, we just have two silvers. Okay. One's the red, white, and blue. That's why. Aha. Good thing we caught it. You know me, man. I fuck that red, white, and blue stuff up so much with these. I forget every single time. So it's the red, white, and blue prism, which apparently we do have already, but that's fine. We just have two now. You know how many times have I fucked that up, you guys? The answer is a lot. A crazy fucking amount. All right, now we're moving into prism and revolution. So we'll do prism real quick. Ooh, 23 still? Yep. All right, 2023 prism should just be prism. Yeah, so these should just be the ring sides. Whoever bought this paid $4 for it. And this is number 39. Okay. these are what ones did we have? We have the red wave and we have just a blue out of 199. Okay. Selling for saying $4 average. I mean, that's pretty fair. There's been some higher number ones, but that are kind of pulling it up. But whoops. And then the red wave. So this one's called a ruby wave, apparently, instead of red wave. Once again, no PSA data. Saying about $3 raw. So we definitely, with that and new, kind of made our money back. But like I said, these are PC cards anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But it's always nice to not overpay for stuff if you don't have to. All right, into some revolutions. I think I have some of these. I do believe. These should all just be base ones. Well, not necessarily base. They're all, but they're not inserts. So we got a 1099. The rest of these should all just be variants. Got the Astro, the Fractal, and the Groove. And then 1099 should be what? It's all Sunburst, right? Yeah. I've gotten better at knowing the names of the Revolutions one since I ripped it so much. All right. 12. Okay, so let's do, we got Astro here. We've got Groove, Fractal, Groove. I mean, all of these are like $3 a piece is what they're saying. And then obviously the Sunburst is going to have some more value, about $6. Which these ones might actually have some PSA data. They don't, but Revolutions 2023 has been out for a while, so it makes sense. So select though, but when we were looking at the some of the other stuff like Phoenix and the Bowman U, it's like looks pretty new. Probably not gonna have PSA stuff, unless it's the big cards. As we know, those get pushed to the front of the line. Since we're in WWE, I have that Drew McIntyre, which I got from our boy JC. Then we're going to get into some Garbage Pail Kids. I don't know if this will have a... This is another one that I got from him. He was doing some single auctions, and I was like, I'll pick up some of these. I would never rip this. These are called like attacks, I think. Right? Yeah, slam attacks. Like, I don't think I'd ever rip this personally. But they're cool. It's a cool card. This was 2021. So this will be tops, though. Let me open that one in a different tab because 2021 tops. Slam attack chrome WWE. Let's see if this is what it is, because I mean, this could be a variant for all I know, but it looks like it's right. I mean, they're neat looking. What card is this though? Oh, good lord, 2 maybe? There's like a 2 down there. I'm gonna say that it's 2. We're gonna find out though. Yep, it is. And then this one was to 99, so yellow. Okay, that is what that is. This is a neat card though. I honestly just thought it's cool. I'm not actually a big AJ Styles fan, to be honest with you, but it's a neat card. So it's a PC card, technically. Okay. Well, we got that one random one in there. And then let's go back to 2023 Select. Put this Drew in there, because I do like Drew. Drew McIntyre is awesome. I wouldn't say that I'm going to, like, PC him, as in, like, hunt his cards down, but... Is this a bookend too? Shit, I forgot. It's a bookend, which means it's either the first card on print or the last card on print. And so this one's the last card on print. This is going to be this orange to 49, which is selling for $4 on average. I don't remember how much I bought this for. It was pretty cheap. If anything, I don't think I paid $4 for it. But cool card though. Nice to have it as a bookend too. All right, moving into some trading cards. It's been a minute. Done a lot more sports lately. You know, doesn't mean I haven't been ripping. Sorry, this ad, I've never seen this, so it was like took me out for a second. Oh, they did add Lorcano. Fuck. All right. Well, that's gonna be another video. I sent them an email when Chapter One dropped, and I said, "Hey, I was talking to the people. I used this site for a long time, not on a first name basis with anybody, but like, I'm very active on here. They send me emails and stuff all the time, um, trying to get me to upgrade, and I've even had free stuff given to me because I use it so much. And I was like, hey, y'all need to put Lorcana on here. Like, what are you doing? So, kind of awesome. I'm going to jump in here real quick. Dude, look at these fucking prices. This is wild because these are promos. Is the Mickey in here? Is my Gen Con Mickey here? It should be this one. Yep, there's my Gen Con Mickey. So ungraded, it's going for Jesus, still like $100. That's wild. What's the PSA 10 going for? Not even 217. Not even that much more. Like, I have it in a 10 on Arena Club, which I just retrieved it because I'm like, I want that back. I took all my PC cards off there because like I was just keeping them in there to showcase them. But like honestly, at this point, like I'd rather have them at home because people keep asking for my cards that are PC cards that I don't have prices on for that reason. And so it's like I'll just take them off. What was this? This was Intergalactic, right? I think all of these should be. I ripped. This is also. It's not going to be in here. This is a cool. It's called Craniacs. It's like a new trading card game. It's not even a game. It's like collectible. I think. Kind of like Garbage Pail Kids. And I guess some of the people. Yeah. See, brought to you by creators Joe Simcoe and Ira Friedman. They worked on Garbage Pail Kids like over time. I don't know when, how active, all this stuff, but so they're kind of doing this thing, and he sent me one of these. It's really cool. So that's just a PC card. Oh, actually, he sent me. Ooh, I never opened this. There's multiple in here. I just kept it in because I thought it was. Oh, it's like a promo. I don't want to open that then. Collect all 50 limited edition cards and variants. Interesting. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to open that though. It's more special. I kind of do want to. I want to open it. I'm not going to. That's what I should say. Something I never got to open. Sapphire. The first time I ever heard Sapphire was for Garbage Pail Kids. I really wish I had bought some over time, but I've never gotten like an email when they were having them. I love Garbage Pail Kids, man. I have so much Garbage Pail Kids. They're so fun. Like the pop culture references alone are just my favorite thing. Like we're obviously gonna go through all these here once we're doing these, and like it's just fun to be like, hey, that's supposed to be this. Like this is obviously Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like it's just fun. It's just so fun. All right, so and they're pretty consistent. I feel like with just like trading card games, of having the like 4 releases a year, I think, where they do it like every 3 months. Because like this one was called Intergalactic. I never saw this in store at all. Saw it online to buy. Never bought any because I was buying so many sports cards at the time. And but then JC had some on his whatnot where you could buy open packs and stuff. He could break them for you, and I was like, you know what, I'll get a couple packs because he was running decent deals on them. But they're coming out with a new one. You could pre-order. Maybe it's already even out, but it was really soon. That was like board games. Like that's the theme of the new one. Like it's just so cool. All right, so 13A, have to switch gears here a little bit. They're not on the back. The numbers for Garbage Pail Kids are up here on the top, and they tell you A or B or C, because sometimes there's the rare C variant. Okay. Jocular Jumbo. $85B. Terrestrial Thomas. So obviously that was an ET. This one is Star Trek Trekkin' Villain, so that's Star Trek. I've never sat down and watched Star Trek. So I know nothing about Star Trek, really. 14A. Celine Stack. This one's fun because they're like riding a log flume out of the puke. Obviously, they're all so gross. This one I would assume is Logan's Run. Never seen that movie, but my weird movie buff trivia brain can piece together that, to my knowledge, that's Logan's Run. Jupiter Drew. Not familiar with that one. I don't know. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the first thing that comes to mind, but that's another movie that I, funnily enough, haven't seen. This one I love. So this one, I'm like positive is, what is that movie? Inner Space, I think. It's an older movie. I mean, it's probably from the 80s or 90s. It was definitely from when I was younger. I feel like that's the name of it. I'm gonna have to look it up because it's gonna bother me. Animatronic. I think it's called Inner Space. It was a really good movie. Highly recommended. Yep, that's it with Dennis Quaid, right? Martin Short, Meg Ryan. Super fun. Twilight Zone. That one's a cool one. This one's sick. I'm kind of surprised they could do this one because, like, it doesn't even obviously look like a Garbage Pail Kid. You know, this just 100% looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which this is from Total Recall, I think. Another one that I haven't seen. Snake Drake. Oh, this one's from, was that The Fifth Element, right? 5 Octave Olivia. That's a fun movie. All right. Telekinesis. This one's fun. Mendel in Black. This one I love. Absolutely great movie. I love this movie so much. Hot Tub Time Machine, Scott Tub Time Machine here. Funny, funny fucking movie. Snowpiercer, another great movie. I think that's half the fun, is like trying to figure out what pop culture reference they're making, you know? Total Recall or Total Recall. B. 20B. I think we had 18, 19, and 20B all right after each other. Vulgar Vulcan. And then 17B, man. '69A. Is this one actually selling for $3? It is. I don't know why. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. I'm not sure who that's supposed to be satiring. My mom would love this one probably. She loves Avatar. I have yet to see that movie. I just don't. I don't know. There was all that hype around it when it came out, and then I heard people saying it really wasn't that good of a movie. It was just really pretty, and that made me like not care. I think at this point I should just see it though. Spaceballs. Okay. So these are all just base. Obviously, I'll go through and pull out PC stuff when it comes down to it. Pretty much all Garbage Pail Kids is PC stuff for me. But all right, now we're moving into some green booger borders. So that's the main variance that they have with these cards is if you're not getting chrome, which this isn't chrome, is your border, the colors for your borders. So green's the base one. This one's fun. Bill and Ted. I'm sure this one people would love. Just in time for the new movie that's coming out here soon. Planet of the Apes. All right, this is Triumph and Taylor. This one's cool. Predator Prescott. My favorite part about this one is 100% that his fart is like the heat mapping that they do. All right, these ones should be. I can't remember what these. Okay, Time Warp and Space Farce, which these are different inserts. Space Farce and Time Warp. So I don't know what Space Farce is. You can tell like it's got a different look to it. It's kind of like old school looking. So maybe that's what they were going for. Absolutely, really great centering on this. It looks like perfect centering, to be honest. So Speedy Spencer's the one we got. These are like hard to hit, to my knowledge. From when we pulled it, he was like, "Oh shit, that's awesome." And then the Time Warps seem like they're throwbacks to OGs. So like this one is Techie Stevie. I feel like is the actual name, or no, maybe it's Stevie TV. I think it's TV. Stevie TV is the normal name. So these are just kind of like updated ones, and they changed it and made it look a little different. So these ones are what, number 10. So we got Glitchy Gary. And Techie Stevie. All right. All right, next pile. What do I want to do now? We have so much to do. Like, I've been so backlogged because I just haven't been processing stuff. Here, let's do this. This was some more. This is more Garbage Pail Kids, but it's not intergalactic. It's just bookworms, if I remember correctly. I ripped this my birthday week. I was just wanting to rip, so I was just ripping a bunch of stuff. Oh. we've had some stuff done here in the past hour. Why do I have all these emails? What are you? Garbage, garbage, garbage. All right. Check Discord real quick. Make sure that y'all ain't said nothing. All right. Moving on to bookworms. So this was just a mega box, so there's quite a bit of cards here. These should just be, except for that one, should just be all base. Nope, there's random stuff mixed in there. So let me pull these out because it's just easier to run through base and then run through like booger borders and stuff like that. With bookworms, I don't think there's like a subcategory or like inserts, if you will, like we just had in Intergalactic. I mean, there should be like, what is it called? They do like, actually, I don't even know if they did it in bookworms, but they'll do like lost art and some other ones, like basically art that they never released and they decided to release now. I don't think they did that in like bookworms though. I think bookworms is straight up just bookworms. Oops. We have a lot of bookworms already, so most of this stuff's probably going to be in there already, which kind of sucks. Makes it a little bit difficult to go through things. Stop the nonsense. All right, so these are booger borders. Also, I think in that whole box of whole mega box, I didn't pull any like gray borders. That's one of my favorite ones, so that's why it's sleeved. Absolutely love that. That's a throwback to what's it, Undead Ted or Dead Ted, which is an OG character that they kind of just did a play on by putting the like Necrocron or whatever, which is from like Evil Dead on there. These okay, there's some more booger borders. These were all just either cards I thought were really neat. Like this one's sick. This is Umbrella Academy. Was super hyped. I'd never pulled that one. That's a gross adaptions. Then anything Atom Bomb is always something you want to sleeve and top load because he's their Flagstaff character. All right, so those are all there. All right, let's speed run this shit because it's gonna take forever if we don't. We have 29 so far, or not 29. Sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking. We have 214. This card was 29. That's why that number was in my head. All right. So there's going to be a lot that we already have. We're just going to make a tab for it, and then we'll come back to it later. That's how I typically do this when I speed run. Another good way to do it is to separate all your A's and B's, because then you don't have to change the letter. So I'll just make all these tabs, and then I run through and I push up one instead of doing it each time, and then I just bing, bing, bing. Like this is how I speed run adding cards into this catalog. Because if not, it takes so much time. Which this is going to be a nightmare because I ripped so much of this when it first came out, which was quite some time ago. Oh, I didn't have that one. That's the first one. But anyways, I ripped so much of this when it came out that I'm gonna have a lot of dupes, like a lot. That one wasn't one either. But something that I've also noticed is sometimes you go on a spurt, like we are right now, where you run into a lot that you don't have. And I've also kind of mentioned this before with sports as well. It's like if you buy a bunch of a product when it first comes out, you'll get a lot of the same cards. You know, like say you buy a bunch of blasters, and you're like, man, I'm just pulling a lot of the same fucking people. Like it's getting annoying. But then say you wait a month and then you buy some more because it finally like restocks down the road, whatever it is, you run across it months later, and then you buy some, and then you're like, shit, like I'm getting some people I didn't get before, and like that seems pretty common. Like not even just with trading cards, it seems pretty common with sports as well. Um, and I wonder if it's just because when they're produced and they're coming off sheets and stuff, if a lot more often you're getting stuff from like similar sheet batches, basically, if that makes sense. Just something I've noticed. Slam and Sammy. With pail kids, too, I feel like I've noticed. Is gross adaptions in here just that way? I don't think so. So we'll set that one to the side. Whoops. 42, not 4, or not 2. Pierce Percy. What's that? Oh, Percy Jackson. Once we're done with this, I need to put some chapstick on. Lips are dry. Talking a bunch doesn't help. Oh, we're getting a lot that we didn't have, so that's nice. Because obviously, with something like Garbage Pail Kids, I'd 100% be down to binder. Like I have been with Lorcana. I love this one. It's what Reading Rainbow, right? um, just like Lorcana, I've been trying to get, which I've completed the first set besides Enchanted, of course, because no, that's too expensive. Not happening. Um, but I'm trying to complete the whole set. And it's just a normal set, not doing a master set. I think is what it's called when you have like all the foils too, or something, or maybe it was like 4 of each. I don't know because that's a play set. But I'm trying to do that for Lorcana. I've done it with the first set. First chapter's already done. Second chapter, I'm missing 12 right now. So need to buy those singles. I've been slacking on that. But I would do that for this too. Ideally, I'd prefer to have just pulled them all. I could buy the singles because they're not expensive, but I've ripped so much of it. It's like I really just wish I'd pulled it all at this point, and maybe we will after this. Maybe we'll have pulled it all. Really? I don't know if this one's accurate or not. It's the first one that said this, though, so let's go ahead and check. I don't know why it did that. I thought I opened it up. Can you go to it, please? Thank you. Wow, it does actually have one. Is it actually? It's because it's pop one. That's probably the main reason. All right, well, that's our first one that we've had. So this one is at a PSA 10. You're getting $49 for it as of right now. That's the last sale. Now, that's probably because, like I said, it said pop one. So that means there's only one. Now, with newer Garbage Pail Kids, it's going to be a lot easier to get a pop one because most people probably aren't sending their Garbage Pail Kids to PSA. Like, to be honest, but it's a way to sell your card, like if you're trying to move it. Now, I'm not saying people don't collect Garbage Pail Kids because they do. I just don't think a crazy amount of people are sending brand new series of Garbage Pail Kids into PSA. I mean, I could be wrong. I'd love to see the data, but I highly doubt that'll ever be available to me. So, getting into some ones where we have more than just two of them. Zitty kitty. Disgusting. The gross adaptions, we're putting it aside because I don't know that they're in here. This one's a card that I don't think I had. Be the Three Musketeers. Yeah, that's definitely a Dueling D'Artagnan. I put the wrong number in 98. I put 28. Yeah. That one's fun. It's from that's the Giving Tree, if I remember correctly. And the name was Sharing Shell, and Shell is it Silverstein or something, I think, is the one who wrote that book. Don't quote me on that. It's been forever since I remember reading that book when I was in like middle school, but I think that's fun, when they do that kind of stuff. We've done pretty well on getting a decent amount of not dupes. What? Is this from a different set? Isn't Oh, it's Gross Adaptions, but it's got an A, or it's got an A and a B. I was like so confused because that is not the picture it was showing me, and the name was different too. Go up here and do some of these. Oh, this chair. It's not great on my back. Probably wouldn't be as bad if I didn't have to like kind of lean forward and all that, but I have to. Cujo, I guess. That's got to be Hitchhiker's Guide. Excuse me. That's perception. Which one? Oh, that one. It's like it says I Human is the book he's reading, so I'm assuming it's an I Robot. Like that's the play on that it's doing. Which I didn't know was a book. Maybe I mean this is Bookworm, so to my knowledge, most of it is pop culture references to books. So put some in the first slot. What do you mean? What do you mean? Does this one have? Oops, I shouldn't have done it that way. Then I wanted to missing something. All right, let's see if this one's saying that it's got PSA 10 data. It is. Once again, this is another like one where it's just got a pop one. So on the far right, I would love to, but unfortunately, we haven't found any that are that. Right now, we're all base. Besides these two, these are both $49 PSA 10 cards. This Awful Arthur and the Dive Don, and they're both ones that say they're pop one. So I think that's the main reason that they have some potential value to them. I mean, I guess the Arthur one people might be a little bit more excited to have because it's like this one too. Like I could see this one having it if somebody got one graded, because this is obviously Goosebumps. But yeah, it doesn't have one, so this one's gonna get sleeved just because I personally like this card, and I think it could potentially hold some value someday. This one's PSA 9, sold for 16. You know, so like one would assume that would mean they're 10, or yeah, their 10 would sell for 25 plus, right? Go ahead and make that assumption. This one's kind of a throwback to one of the OG characters, most likely why that one ever got graded. Because like I was talking about earlier, is like some of these cards people probably just aren't going to get graded. Like when it comes to the newer sets, unless it's something that's a big pop culture reference that a lot of people would love to have, or it's a throwback to the OG Garbage Pail Kid days, because they like to do that. They obviously like to slide in some of their OG characters in a new light, and those ones are people are a lot more apt to buy. Like this one's fun. We already saw it earlier, but this is the other variant that we don't have, which is Reading Rainbow. Are you working still, Cam? Are you hanging with the other half? Well, we're almost done with this first stack here. The mega boxes of Garbage Pail Kids, or at least Bookworms, because that's the only mega box I think I've ever opened. Other than that, I've done a little bit of hobby. Um, they have so many cards. Like this is one. I think this is one mega box. It might be two, but it's a lot. They come with a lot of cards. It's like 120 cards or something in a mega box for them. So this is a $2.50 card. I don't know about all that. It might be though. Hmm. It is. I don't know why. Oh, you're still working on that bug? I thought you figured it out. I thought that the problem was is that basically the certification hadn't been renewed. So was that not the case? Was that a lie? That it was like this is the problem, and then you go, fuck, it's not actually the problem. Like that was a problem, but it's not why it's doing it. Burping up dinner. My goodness. Apologize, you guys. That wasn't my problem. You got your own problem. Oh, this one's awesome. This one's a fun one. So this one shouldn't pop up either because this is a gross adaptation. So let's just verify. Yep. But that one's a cool one. It's obviously a play on Aquaman. So you guys notice that we go into spurts where we're getting ones that we didn't have before, and that's what I've been explaining is that I think that even with sports, but I very much see it with Garbage Pail Kids is like I'll get a lot of the same shit, and then I'll get a bunch that I don't have like in order, and it's like it's because they're different sheets, and it's like the way that they cut them and how they mix them. And overall, we've done pretty well, like getting a decent amount of cards that we didn't have, and that's from buying pretty much from different distribution spurts, if you will. I've pulled this one a lot, but this one's a great one, the Captain Underpants guy. 53A. Take a second here once we're done with all the Garbage Pail Kids, and I will get up and walk around a little bit. Actually, I might, when we go on to move on to this next pile I have of Garbage Pail Kids, might try standing, see how that does. This desk isn't raised, so it might not be any better, so we'll see. And that one's another gross adaptation. Let me move all these gross adaptions to their own pile. And then the rest of these are Booker Borders. Not all of them, some of them though. Let's see. Gross adaption. Gross adaption. Gross adaption. So these ones should just be all regulars. These ones were. That one was a gross adaption. I'm trying to separate these a little bit because I'm not sure where we're going to find these gross adaptions. I don't know if they have a separate thing or what. Alright, so let's do this atom bomb real quick. Atom book, which will definitely be one I would assume will have some PSA data. Told you. So this one's a PSA 10 is 50. You always have that with atom bomb. You're never gonna have atom bomb cards that aren't gonna have some PSA 10 data. It's just they're he's the Flagstaff he's the mascot. He's the character. So the OG. All right, so these ones are more just base ones. They were just ones I sleeved because I thought they were cool. All right, let me try this. Oh, my back. My desk isn't very raised, so this might not work out too well. There we go. You guys can hang out with me up here. This way I can kind of take a break from sitting. It's hard when their backgrounds are black and then their letter and stuff are black too, so you can't really tell. Buck Bernie. I don't know if you're still here, Cam, because I know you're working. Do you have a standing desk or do you sit? I feel like if I ever switch to coding 100%, which I don't know if that'll be the case. I might just do it on the side. We'll see. She's got some value to her score line. Standing, but you sit. 250 or 2,000. Jesus Christ. I don't think I'll ever spend that on a desk ever in my life. Sit on the fucking floor before I spend that much money. I'm stingy, as you've gathered. That one's fun because it even explicitly says Goosebump. I don't know how much better this is, to be honest, because I'm standing very weird. My legs are spread so that I can somewhat be in frame for you guys and also be closer to the keyboard because it's way the fuck down here. So this probably isn't that much better, but at least it gets some blood flow to my legs. Love this card. One of my favorites from the set. A little Back to the Future there. Okay. Is this one actually got PSA 10 data? Wow. Well, there's our most expensive one so far. It hasn't broke the 100. PSA 10, $100 plus, but 75 is pretty good. So we'll take that. wonder if the other variant also goes for a decent amount, or if it's specifically that one because it says Biff. Because, like I said, some of them really like lean into the reference. This one's Dune, but not all of them do. So I think the ones that would lean into the reference are probably a little bit more sought after. I was so hyped when I pulled this, so I'd never pulled this one, and I watched the Never Ending Story so fucking much growing up. So it was cool as hell to get this. You can actually buy, like, it's fake, obviously, like somebody made it as like a replica, but you can buy the book with the Oreo. I'm not sure what I'm trying to call that, but I feel like it started with an O. Didn't it? I don't know. But you can buy this like as a replica, and I really want to. I really, really want to. Okay. Almost done with these base ones. So this one's saying it's got some PSA 10, which I could see because it's Winnie the Pooh. Or Winnie the Pooper. Once again, it's a pop one. Part of its appeal, I'm sure. But with that one being Winnie the Pooh, I could see that one having appeal for a little bit more of a reason. Go ahead and put this one in the 25 plus. It said for a PSA 9, it got 1150. Feel like a PSA 10 would probably go for 25 or plus. For sure. Oh, that's what is that? Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. Oh, Narnia. Sure, that's one of the reasons. That one's Thang Quan instead of Thang One. Thang Quan. Ha ha ha. Oh, stack's getting pretty tall here. I'm gonna have to get one of my other boxes here. I'm trying to think. So I have a box for wrestling, basketball, and football. Probably the only sports I need them for. Well, I need one for baseball too, but I have some baseball ones. I feel like when it comes to trading cards, Pokemon and Garbage Pail Kids would be the main ones. I do have Yu-Gi-Oh! I have a decent amount of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I don't know. I have a bunch of other boxes. I just need to organize and pull stuff out. This one's a Shawshank Redemption one. Chiseled chip. Okay, so I put the wrong letter in. I need B. All right. So these ones were all our base. We're done with base now. Came away with a decent amount of ones that have potential value. I mean, compare it's a pretty brand new set. This is Bookworms, if I'm not mistaken, is 2 or 3 sets ago. So we had Intergalactic that just happened. I think there was like Garbage Pail Kids on Vacation, unless that was just like a little fun set that they did. And then there was this one. Could be wrong on that, but Bookworms is like 2023 for sure. Unless I was somehow getting it really late. All right, so now we got all these variants. These are all just the green booger borders, and then the rest should be gross adaptions, which I will have to figure out where those ones are. So these ones we're going to have to go into the include for the variants because we're now looking for the booger borders. All right, so 97A, we got another one of these. But we got the green. 57A. through 53B. B. I think let's see, gold, blacks are blue. So blue, gold, and gray are the ones people are like trying to get more than anything. Those are the ones people buy. Variant, when it comes to the booger borders colors, it's just obviously harder pull rates. I mean, there's no number, like you're not serialized on anything when it comes to those. Retching Romeo. Luckily, like these ones, and this is kind of why I can get the base out of the way, I can just run through and add these. Like, I don't have to make the little extra thing. Oh, hey boy, hey boy, hey boo. You came in at the right time. You heard that I was doing garbage pail kids, and you're like, I gotta come in. I gotta see what's up. Is Button Betty Green have an ungraded value of that? She does not. Why would this one be? Let me look at this. This listing should be up still. Why would somebody have paid $12 for that? I know it's saying they have one more left, but somebody apparently bought it at $12. That's wild. I mean, it's got some other values here, so we'll go ahead and sleeve it, and we'll put it in the raw value pile. Blind. Cam, you're hilarious. Cameron is visually impaired. So that's why he said that. Oh, blind. Oh, you. Cam, is that why you popped in? You heard me say blind, and you're like, wait, what? What's going on? All right, once we're done with these green, we're going to sit back down. Getting off the grave. My bad. Oh. Who's going to disprove me? Oh, my stomach. I ate too much for dinner because I'm fat. I have this problem where I don't eat. Like, I don't eat breakfast. I've never been a breakfast person. So I don't really eat breakfast. I also just don't like to get up that early. I hate the morning time, so it's hard for me to get up early and eat. Um, so I don't really eat all day long. And then when I get off work, I eat too much because I'm so starved of the taste of food. And it's not even like my body's like, dude, you're so fucking hungry. We're consuming ourselves. It's like I like food and I like the taste of food, so I eat way too much. It's a problem. It's my biggest issue, and it's one of the main reasons I have weight. Because I overeat when I do eat, and now I feel like shit. These are bookworms, so it's ideally all book related references. Now there have been a couple that I'm like, Was that a book? Like I know they made a movie, that this is clearly referencing, but is that a book? And then like this one's cool because if you remember, that's I think it's Undead Ted or Dead Ted. I think it's Dead Ted. I always say Undead Ted, but I think it's Dead Ted. So Dead Ted from like the OG, or what is it? J to K, I think is his other name. And then they put the Necron. Isn't that the name of that? Or Necronom Necronomicon? I don't know. The book from Evil Dead. They put it as his head. Like I love that. So fucking cool. And then like Goosebumps. So this one's a fun one. So this one's an old. It's not an older set. I mean, I think it was from 2023, but it's like early 2023. All right, so that's a gross adaptions, right? Okay. So this is a couple sets ago. Yeah, dude. I love me. I love Garbage Pail Kids so fucking much, dude. New one that I never got until these ones I opened on my birthday. I had some mega boxes. I still have another one, I think. Um, that I had bought because they were on sale at my Walmart. Like they were trying to get rid of them. They discounted them a bunch, and so I just picked everyone up because I love them. But I had never pulled this, and I feel like you're gonna know this reference. You have to. There's no fucking way that you don't know this reference. One of my all-time favorite movies as a child, and I didn't know that this was a card until I pulled it. I feel like you have to know that reference. There's no fucking way you don't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's some that I'm like, I don't know. And then like some of these, like this one here, which I love, one of my absolute favorites as well. So this is gross adaptions. You know how they kind of sometimes have like lost art or like they have kind of inserts, if you will, that are like subsets. So this one obviously is based on Negan from Walking Dead, um, which is really cool. And they used once again they used J to K's head. But this one's a favorite of mine. I love this card. All right, so this is just under bookworms. So they just do it as the base number. Okay. Did you know that one I just showed you? Not the one I just showed you. Not Mean Dean, but the other one. Because I feel like you had to grow up watching that movie too. It's definitely just of our time. Catwoman, of course, that one's got some raw value because everyone loves the superheroes. It's Sebastian from A Never-Ending Story. I feel like you had to watch that movie like I did. I watched that movie so much as a child. Never-ending story. I honestly need to watch it with Kyrie. I've never watched it with her. Sorry, Cameron. I'm sorry. It's one of those things too. Like we know each other from when I used to stream on Twitch. Like that's how we met each other. And I know his real name. I have his phone number. We talk. We're friends on Facebook. Like we talk daily, pretty much. And I don't, I just call him blind though because that's what his, name. Like he calls me Ewok a lot because my original Twitch name was Ewok Gamer Alex, and that's how a lot of people know me. So yeah, Atreyu and the Swamp of Sorrows. Yeah, it's a rough part of that movie. This one's fun. Aquadan. All right, guys, we're almost done with the Garbage Pail Kids. Yes, exactly. Our gimmick name in wrestling terms. Okay, but now explain it to me in wrestling terms. You know how people do that on like commenting on something? Especially, I think I see it a lot on Twitter. All right, but now explain it to me in wrestling terms. And that's what the answer is right there. Really, is this a $5 card? I mean, it's got some value to it for sure. Consistently, kind of crazy. That's what Judge Dredd, right? Another card or another like movie that I've never seen, but I think that's what that is. Could be wrong. All the comic book like character ones of the gross adaptions always tend to sell raw for some value. Oops. Holy no way. No way. No way that's real. Something's up there. Something's up. That's wild. That doesn't even make sense. I wish I could look at it, but it's too old. So this was a listing in 2023. Um in what? March, April, May, June? No, May. In May, which I can't look at now because it's going to be too long or too old. But it says this sold a PSA 10 for 150 bucks, which is bonkers because I don't understand why there'd really be a reason for it to sell for that much. But it says so. I mean, it's got the data, like it's accurate. There is actually data for it. I just wish I could see it because it doesn't say anything in its title here, but I would assume that maybe it was like a variant and not just a base, but it's doesn't say that it is. So if you say so, if you say so, it's craziness. So many wrestlers do exactly. You explain the plot of the movie. What? Oh, do they really? That's hilarious. I've never seen that where they ask for that. That's funny. All right, we're almost done here. So you spent three movies thinking Darth Vader was the biggest heel there is. The dude turned face at the end on the Emperor, and the whole audience popped big. Dude, that's funny as fuck. I've never seen that them specifically do that, but I'm also very new to wrestling, like Twitter. This one's a really neat one that I was super excited to have pulled. I'd never seen this one, but this one is Umbrella Academy. Super, super fucking cool card. Which it's acting like doesn't exist. Why? Why be like this? Why are you like this? All right, so we're gonna type it in. We're gonna go old fashioned academic. Allen 24A. It's probably not gonna pull anything. It's not because it's taking forever to load. And that's the way I know. It did pull it. So it's saying that it's only number 24 instead of 24A, but Super, super cool card. One that's staying in the PC for sure. All right. So that is it for the garbage bill, kids. Let me get one of my monster boxes out. That is for my trading cards. Let's see. So this is base or low value variants, TCG. So we'll put all the base in here. And these ones were all base too, right? Yeah, we just had set them aside. So you opened some of the intergalactic, right, Blind? Because here's I have a handful here. I really like this one, the Predator one, just because his fart is it's like the kind of heat. There's a lot of cool ones in that one. Okay, so those are all base. This was all mine. Yeah, I thought that one was fun. All right, $25 to $45. That's these ones. $45 to $50s. Just realized I said 45 to 50, which is not accurate. It was 45 up. Yeah, I think I have the Bill and Ted one and Back to the Future one. For what that one has on it. I do have a Bill and Ted one. I don't know if I had any Back to the Future ones, which makes sense that they would be in the kind of intergalactic because it's like sci-fi. But I have a from Bookworms. There was one which I just put it away, but it's Biff, and it's like Big Bucks Biff, and it's when he's like reading the almanac, and it's got some value to it when you get it graded. All right, so these are PC cards. I'll put these ones away. You guys don't understand. I have cards everywhere. I never ever get organized, even though I'm organizing. Organized chaos. Oh shit! I think you're right. That's the one I have. I remember the almanac. Yeah, so that one's from Bookworms. I have two of those, which it had like PSA 10 value was I think it was like $75 or something. Dude, I just have so much, obviously, because you know how I constantly ripping. So like I have these, they're called monster boxes, and they come with 4 rows, which you can get them with more rows, I think, but I just buy the 4 row ones. And so each I'm kind of reorganizing to an extent. So each box is going to be one sport, because normally I was doing it like one box was like base, one box was this, one box was this, one box was this, and each row would be a sport. So I'd have a box of this that would have wrestling, football, basketball, and what was the other sport? I was facing wrestling, football, basketball. I suck. I don't know. Baseball. There we go. Holy shit. And then like trading cards, it would be Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then Garbage Pail Kids, and then I would have a row of anything that isn't in this database but is a trading card. I'm trying to think of some examples, but so I'm kind of moving away from that because I have too many cards now. So now they need their own boxes. So I need to take all that crap because there's probably 8 more boxes. Yeah, 8 more boxes in that closet, and I need to take them. They're all organized, and I just need to move them over to their new boxes, their new homes. Something I might do tomorrow. We'll see. I'm off, so but I do need to do school. The 100+ ones go in my Zion case, which is under here. I would show you. I can show you guys because I have this camera. I was gonna say I'd show you, but it's not gonna fit on my desk. Also, I call it a Zion case because that's the word I've heard, but I don't. I think that might more like be a brand and not necessarily what these cases are. But this is all of my like potentially $100 or more when it's a grade 10 for PSA. And then I have them separated in there as well by what type of card. So I've got all of my football here, Pokemon, so on and so forth. So like these are all my garbage pail kids that are apparently a grade, if they're grade 10, which like that's not a grade 10, but I still, that's how I organize it. But these are all ones that if they grade 10 are worth $100 plus as of when I put them into the catalog. This one is a glow, right? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I've heard them called Zion cases. Don't know if that's like actually what they're called or if that's just a certain brand. But I have so many Yu-Gi-Oh that would grade. Like here's all my Pokemon. These are all my Pokemon that if grade 10 they would. They're all OG. This fossil, OG fossil hollows, just base set. I have some first edition base set, but not many. And then like this one's scratched all to hell. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me move this because I can't tell what you guys can see. But I still go ahead and put it in there. This was one I think I traded or got from somebody. It's hard to tell, but on the hollow, it's hella scratched. There's my celebrations, which I sent one of these into AC and got a 10 on it, which is coming back to me. I retrieved it recently. My promo Mewtwo, Dark Alakazam, fossils. That's a first edition Aerodactyl fossil. These are all mine, OG. I never bought these secondhand. They're all just cards that I've kept. And they sat in a binder, so they might not have the best surface and shit anymore. But I never played Pokemon. I just collected them. I played Pokemon digitally. First edition, and this is moving into some of the other sets. This is one of the Dittos. So I don't know if you're blind, if you know anything about this, because I don't know if you ever got into Pokemon Go, but they made a Pokemon Go card set, which this is, and this is actually a Ditto. It's not a Bidoof. It's a Ditto. And the way you know is down here at the bottom, there's a little Ditto emblem. And you can actually peel this card off, and it's a Ditto. Like, you can peel the top layer off, and there's a Ditto behind it. It's kind of cool. Spirit Link, Nidoking, Promo Meowth, Pichu. This card goes crazy if it got a PSA 10. I can't remember how much it's worth, but it's worth a lot. The first edition Houndour. Absolutely love the art here too, and the holo they did when they started doing the cosmic looking holo there. Yeah, it was a cool gimmick for sure. Mr. Mime. Here's my base set Charizard. So it's not first edition. No idea what it would grade. I really do need to send it just to see, because why not? Alakazam, Raichu, Hypno, Mewtwo. But yep, those are all my like expensive. Should be like, if they graded high, they'd be worth a lot of money. Maybe one day. I don't know. PSA is just too expensive. I hate PSA, but I know that if I want money back out of it at all, I'm gonna have to get them graded through PSA. At least right now, in the market that we're in. All right. Let me see what the boys are doing. Obviously Cam's hanging around here, but nobody has said anything in the Discord. Guess we'll do some maybe we'll do some revolutions since Blind's here. How long we been on here? 2 hours. I really love they added Lorcana to this. I don't know that I want to get into that though, because right now, because it's just I have so much. I'm going to obviously put that in. Like, I am obviously going to add those eventually, but like right now, not yet. What else? Oh, they added One Piece now too. Kind of handy because I know nothing about One Piece, but I have some, and so like I've just got them, and I don't know any values on it. Which I typically would go to TCG Player to kind of eye it. So I've bought in Pillars of Strength, and I've bought in Awakening of a New Era. I've never even seen these two. And then the rest of this is promo, Romance Dawn. These are just in alphabetical order, so I don't know about the. This is the newest one, if I'm not mistaken. I believe this was the one before, so these must be the earlier ones. We can add those. Let's do that. I don't have a crazy amount of those, so we can do that kind of quick. That'll be something fun. I just gotta figure out where I put them. Here they are. Oh. Okay, well, here's gonna be the problem. Is I think I have like a little bit of both here, so I don't know how to tell. Let's see. Let's move these out of the way. I assume it's going to tell me on the card somewhere. Are their backs different? I got random Dragon Ball in here. Sorry. Move those out of here. Let's get these random Dragon Ball. I opened some random Dragon Ball because obviously growing up I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z, but I was like, yeah, let me just see what these cards are like. And they're cool, but they're just something that was fun to rip. Like, I'm never going to do anything with those cards, probably. All right, the backs all look the same, which means it's got to be this OP thing. Like, one's got to say a different thing, probably, I would assume. But, man, is it looking like they're all the same? It is. I don't know how to tell. So, we're going to just... How do I even do these? Let's just open up both of them that I know we have stuff from. And then... So it's what? OP03, OP03, 043. And of course it doesn't pull my first card to do. Did I put something different? Oh, I put 0. It's supposed to be O. OP03. Now it should be right. Now it should work. It didn't work still. I suck. Now maybe this one's just not from this set. So let's do this. We'll take this. We'll go here. And we'll put it here. Okay, it showed up for this one. So this one was from that set. Now, like I said, I don't know how to tell the difference here. Ah, one's OP05. I feel like most of mine... Okay, yeah, I got some randoms in there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sort them. We'll put this one in first, though, before we do this sorting real quick. Pre-release? Well, I don't have a pre-release, that's for sure. All right, so this is base. All right, let's do a quick sorting real quick. So we got 03s and 05s. Those are the different sets. So I wonder if there was another set between these, and that was 04. You know what I'm saying? Could be wrong there. This is a show that like I really want to start watching, and I just haven't. Maybe I will tonight. Maybe I'll just fuck around and watch a couple episodes tonight. Five. I should have a lot more of one set. And I think it's probably the 5s. We'll see though. Cam, did your stupid FedEx driver show up yet? Because like I really need your Sapphire to show up so that you can rip it and I can feed my addiction through you. And if they don't show up, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. I'm gonna call for you. Okay. Yeah, I definitely had more of 05. All right, so we'll do 03 first. Since that one, I already have everything written out. We should just have to change the last number here. None of mine are going to be pre-release. I'm very happy this is added here. I know they, like when I said I reached out the one time, they were like, you know, we're always looking to add new stuff. I'm sure it takes some time to get the database stuff built. I mean, obviously I know nothing about that. Not yet, at least someday. So is this one always yellow? Okay, or gold? But I'm super excited to see that they've added Lorcana, they've added One Piece, both of which have some large fandoms when it comes to the cards. I got frickin' Boy What stuck in my head because it's like all I listen to anymore. Is that real? Because damn. Yeah, something's up here. Oh, it's the alt art. That's not even the right person. See, this is stuff like technically I should report this because ST. See, that's why. So all these prices are being inflated. This whole price here has been inflated by the incorrect data here. So it's saying it's the Don Quixote do Flamingo. I don't know why, because I guess because this is instead of OP03, it's this ST03, 009. So I highly doubt this is right. Yeah, this is that one. So, yeah, okay. So we're not even worried about this one. This is just base. The data's just gonna be wrong. They're still not here. No. I hate FedEx. I'm so mad because it's. I mean, what time is it for you? I mean, I know that they're always like until 8 o'clock or whatever, and it's like, are you really delivering till like 9 o'clock? I highly fucking doubt. And the part that's even more annoying is, didn't you say it was supposed to be delivered yesterday? When they say 9 p.m., I guess they. I hope not. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I hope you get it. Like, I hope you get it regardless, even if it is 9 p.m. But I hope they don't just fucking delay it again until tomorrow, because then I'll be annoyed. Did I already do a sham? There's no fucking way. Really? I did. I was like, really? Mind you, I don't know how extensive this checklist is, but I didn't think I'd, with the little bit of packs I opened, that I'd have some dupes already. Almost 7. I'm not hopeful. Is it FedEx or is it UPS that you can like watch their truck? I can't remember the last time I did that, but I know there was one of them. Maybe it was DHL actually. To be honest with you, could be DHL. Where you can like watch their truck and basically be like, oh, it's on this street, and that way you can at least have a peace of mind and be like, oh, okay, that's pre-release. So UPS, so not the one we need. Motherfucker. That's not the one I needed. That's not the one I needed. I love how the one I accidentally typed is like the bomb ass card where the ungraded's worth fucking $220. And then I'm like, oh no, I needed this one that's worth 90 cents. What's up, Cozy? I was talking about you earlier. I was like, because I was going through my Bowman U and adding them to my catalog thing, and I'm like, let's keep an eye out for a read, which I've still yet to ever see from all of my rips, uh all of Doggy's rips, all of Norse's rips. Like, I'm like, is he on the checklist? Because, and which we've already established he's on the checklist. I'm just like, I don't understand how none of us have pulled this dude. Like, is he only on a short print variant photo or some shit? I actually brought him up to my dad, and he was like telling me, like, I guess, like, he's a pretty good player for him. And then his dad played or something. I don't know all the college basketball lore. That's my dad. I let him deal with all that. He has a full spectrum. It's just crazy that we've never pulled him. None of us, unless we missed it. Like I know, I just looked again when I was going through mine, so I don't. I never pulled him. Cam, I don't recall seeing him the one time we watched him rip those four extra ones he got. And then I don't feel like the times we've watched Norse rip that we've gotten him either. So it's just kind of weird. All right, so let's see what of these like hollows and stuff were O5s. I don't know about that one. Or O3s. We're on O3s right now, so just trying to get all the O3s out of the way, and then we'll move on to the O5 set. I don't know what this Don card came from. I'll have to figure that out. So these are more O5s. These are the O3s. And then, like I said, that Don card I'll have to figure out. All right, so 12. All right, so nothing changes here. It's still OP. Yeah. No way. No way. Once again, it's grabbing the wrong. Like, it's not even close. I guess the O12 is where it's getting confused, even though it's STO1 instead of that other one. But um, see, oh yeah, ours is this way. But it's. I wonder if they're always hollow. Are they always? Because this one's hollow. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one was sold pretty recently. That doesn't help. Why do people do that? Like that's not even. That's just a random picture. It's a sample picture. I can't tell if it's hollow or not. I hate that people are like, here's the sample picture. That's not what we need. Okay, this one does say hollow. It's just so hard to tell. I'm just going to add it. I think it's probably always hollow, would be the assumption. All right. 81. What in the world? We got like different things. What does this mean? What's dash pack mean? What's judge mean? What the world? Judge stamp. Got you. That answers that for me. All right. Well, ungraded value. Oh, it's because it's not correct data. I was like, ungraded value. We're looking at some decent stuff here. These are alt art ones. Alt art, alt art, art, alt, 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 alt. All of these except for this one, which is 48. So definitely still has some value to it. So we'll put it in the PSA 10 45 plus because it's saying $48. So, all right, next one 77. Okay, this should just be this one by her. It definitely is not the alt art. And then we got 30. Does this have? Okay, so this one is 25 plus. That's what kills me when somebody's like card, like the PSA 10 is like $25. It's like you paid $25 basically to get it graded. So like you're not making any type of profit if you're trying to sell that. That's the problem with how expensive PSA is. It's like obviously, yeah, some people might just do it to get their cards encapsulated, and to who knows, maybe someday it'll have some value. And then if it's encapsulated and you got a PSA 10, then it's obviously good. This actually got a raw value of $2. It does. So that one will go right there. This was one of my favorite cards that we pulled. That's definitely a PC card. The buggy, super cool. Don't look, Cam. My neck hurts so bad. All right, alt art, which this is not. That one's a normal one, so it does seem like this one has value, even if it's just a base. Even though these ones are cheap, I don't know. This one's saying it's just normal. Ah, it's because it's the alt art. It just didn't say that it's the alt art. All right, so we'll just go ahead and put this one in the base then. All right, and this one was sick. Should just be this guy, this full art. I don't think it's this alt art one, right? Yeah, that's definitely a different one than the one we had. All right, so let's go ahead and add it and let's see. I would assume it's got some value to it. The alt art's the one that's got the heat value. So sadly, that one will just go down there. Put these ones down here too. All right. So that is it for that set, which was Pillars of Strength, which is the first set I bought some of. Now we're moving on to Awakening of a New Era, I think is what it's called, right? Yeah, of the New Era. Whoops. I had to do 6-6. There we go. Really? I don't know why it's not. OP05. Oh, damn it. Once again. There we go. Little things like that happen while I'm coding too, and I'm like, what the hell? I had that happen. I had misspelled the word highlight for whatever reason. I just mistyped it. Like I missed a letter. And like I'm like, why is this not working? It's not displaying what it should be displaying. And it was because I put the wrong thing in here. What am I doing here? Let me take this out. It's because I was spelling it wrong, and that's why I wasn't prompting the right thing. Put this down here. It'll be so much easier for me. I am glad they added these because at least then I can catalog them. But man, their database stuff has got some work to do, but it's brand new. So, like I said, they just recently added this. I don't know how recently, but it the data that it's pulling is not accurate on a lot of this stuff. Like we've seen, it's mainly with the alt art stuff. It's pulling the data for alt art for just the base card. then we've even seen where it was pulling a completely different card that's like from another set that has a similar number for the card, but it's not the same. The early stuff here, where it's like OP05, it'd be something else like ST, but it was still pulling the data, and it was obviously fucking up value averages. And then like that one, like it's saying it's $3 raw because the one that it's pulling data from had some anniversary stamp. But that's kind of the issue with any type of card having 70 different parallels. I guess if you're not, which I have no idea how it all works, but if you're not extremely specific on what data needs to be in the tag, like what data tags basically needs to be in the search query or whatever, I'm assuming like that's where stuff gets fucked up. Like if you're not hella specific and like you have to have these things, if it doesn't have these, we don't even take the data. But then I guess you run into the issue with sometimes the things do have those tags. They do meet those minimums, but they also have extra data like alt art. So I guess you would have to put a tag or put some type of thing that specifies if it says alt art, don't use this data. But that's like crazy amount of research you would have to do to like know the ins and outs of the checklist to be like, all right, we need to specify that this one isn't the alt art, this one isn't the red parallel, this one isn't this, you know. First dupe. Kind of always liked the name Bellamy since I used to watch the 100, a show that I really really liked, but then it just started to get just weird, and like it was just dragging on, and felt like we were doing the same fights over and over again. Like, oh, somebody disagrees with somebody again. That's a shock. So I just kind of stopped watching it. And then, like every once in a while, I go back and I rewatch it from the beginning, and then I'm like, oh, I like the show a lot, and then I go, yeah, the show sucks. After a while, because it's like I said, it's not that it sucks, but it just gets like old. Like, all right, somebody comes, there's a new big bad, and they have a disagreement, and there's weird shit going on. Like, new season, but same old shit. Yeah, I don't know why that one has some random. Go ahead and double dip this one because I see that we have one more coming up. So might as well just grab it. 59. Almost done here, guys. I wonder how many people play this. Like, I know Lorcana has a pretty active scene, but I have no clue when it comes to One Piece. I know it's got a huge following when it comes to the show itself, but hollows and legendaries and rares and all that business. Something that, at least from what I'm seeing with this PC trading card game or whatever, is like there's not hollows of every single card. Like I think this Hound Blaze will always be a hollow. I could be wrong in that. At least here it's not specifying that there's other types. And it looked like the one that we had looked up earlier seemed to be that case. And if it does have something different, we do specify here, but there's not like a crazy amount of variance. And I just appreciate that so much. Coming from somebody who's been collecting a crazy amount of sports, I'm fucking over all the variants. So this one should be 1 penny. That was what somebody paid. Damn. Lead characters on that card. Do you think somebody paid more than a penny for it? This one was just a cool card. I don't think it's like by any means rare. Another one that just not going to be accurate, I would assume. Yeah, it's because it's alt art and it's not even the right person. It's Kato. Once again, doesn't make sense. All of the data is for Kato, which is not this person. It's because that's OP04 44 instead of OP5 44. Whatever. Like I said, that's something that this has seeming to struggle with a lot. Like they just added this recently, so I don't expect it to be perfect, but there's some issues for sure. It's pretty bad. Technically would go here. All right, and then alt art, alt art, alt art, alt art. Super annoying. All right. Well, I don't know where to put these ones because I don't have a spot for these, but they have been processed. Sorry, guys, my camera moved. I can't wait till I get that one camera that I bought forever ago because that will be so nice. All right, so this was all base. I don't know where to go with all this, and I don't know how to do this card. I wonder if there's any way for me to look that one up. Let's see. Yeah, because like there's no number to it, Dawn
try looking at it this way. So I don't want them alphabetical. Probably by card number. Here we go. There it is. That's it. The Don card alternate art. Which is kind of neat. And it definitely has some value to it. I don't. These aren't all accurate, but this one's just the Don card, so it'll go right there. And these are just the normal base Don cards, so we don't even really need to keep these. Okay. I don't know where I'm gonna go with these. Guess I'll put it in this. We'll just do it that way. I'll just put it in my other trading card ones, but I'll have a spot for them. So. These ones. Go in here. All right. Do I have any more? I don't think I have any more TCG stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put these TCG boxes back where I got them. My closet in the bottom here. All right. Those are all done. This was PC card. These were raw values. All right. These are all Dragon Ball. Like, they're cool cards. They're literally just gonna sit though. Like, that was a neat one. Actually, I need to just leave that one. Forgot I opened these so long ago. But this is a neat one. I don't think it has like any value, but it's still a cool card. All right. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna do. Here's some random wrestling. We'll do these real quick. Then we'll probably be done because we're closing in on 3 hours here. So we've got some stuff accomplished here. We got all of the other wrestling I had. Did I accidentally close that? No, I didn't. Okay. We did
we did a decent amount of stuff tonight, which is nice. And it was just kind of nice. I haven't done it in a while. Hang out with you guys, and so this should all be select. Whoops, this is tops. I need panini, and it should be just all select. Now, what years is the question? I don't know that this is all 20. Yeah, 2022s, 2022s. This is 2023. 2022, 23, 22, 22, 23. And then these are 23s. So let's do these 2023s real quick of the inserts. And it is what? Sensations and global icons. We're on select, we're on global icons, we're on sensations. So for global icons, we got Gable Stevenson, 13. And that one should just be a base. Okay. And then we're done with that now. And now we're going to do sensations. And it was Gunther for 17. And this should just be the silver base. Right. Yeah. Should just be the base. Because it's not necessarily silver. All right. And then now we'll just go to. That's not what I meant to do. Go back. Go back. All right. 49. So we did pull us a out of 10 Goldberg. This was through a break I did with Run Good Life, which is RGL on YouTube. Big fan of his videos. And we got ourselves a gold here. So this is an $80 card. At least that's what it's saying here. But none of this data has anything to back it up. The PSA 9 has some info here. PSA 9 sold for 75 and then 43. So, I don't know where they're getting these values, but I would assume if the 9's selling for that, we should be able to. One would assume put it here would be the assumption. As much as I liked Goldberg when I was watching wrestling when I was younger, I'd definitely sell that card or trade it for something that is more of a PC card. All right, so it should just be the base because we're actually. These are hobby boxes, so they're not going to be the red and blues like I'm used to. Oh, Gunther. Should be just base here. It's saying $1.55, but we'll go ahead and sleeve because I know Gunther got his fans for sure. All right, now we're moving to 2022. Select. Should 19. That was a sick Goldberg too. I got because I pulled G. The way Run Good Life does it is it's based on a randomization of certain letters, and G was what I got. So this is a what are you? It's the tricolor, right? It should just be called the tricolor, and it's the tricolor prism. Super cool card. ringside. So we did well when we got our G, and we got a lot of Goldberg. So this is the ringside. Should just be the base one, but it's still got some value to it. Oops, sorry. Right there. And then a Grayson Waller. Rookie card. Okay. So these ones we can turn around and put in our wrestling here. Any of these that are going to be PC cards. Not really. None of these people are people I PC. Even the Goldbergs. As much as I like Goldberg and he was somebody that is definitely from my time, this one is really fucking sick though. I like this shot. I like the way this one looks. So those were my 25s. And then this one was the big boy. So the big one will go in to my Zion case. Okay. Well, that will be it for tonight, guys. I have a shitload more wrestling to do. All that Revolutions. I need to get it in order because it'll be a lot faster to situate if I put it in order. So I'll do that on my own time, and then maybe we'll do it on stream one night. Go through and add it and just hang out like we've been doing today. But that is going to be it for tonight. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Don't know if that'll be